Lawmakers are moving quickly once again, and it looks like we're about to see the unveiling of another massive package. What's now being referred to as Bill Number 2. If that sounds familiar, it's because it's essentially another reconciliation bill, much like the one passed earlier this year. That first multi-trillion-dollar package, which the president signed into law on July 4th, marked one of the largest spending bills in recent memory. At the time, many hinted that more would follow, and now the speculation is becoming reality. Lawmakers are already discussing what could be included in this next sweeping piece of legislation. The timing is significant. Historically, the late summer months leading into the end of the year are when Washington tends to get very busy. August through early spring often shapes the direction of government funding, benefit programs, and new initiatives that affect millions of Americans. And given the size of this proposed bill, it could carry major implications not just for government spending, but also for Social Security, Medicare, and other safety net programs. The president himself recently weighed in, signaling that he supports another reconciliation package and giving broad hints about the areas it might target. While details are still limited, early discussions suggest this could be another multi-trillion-dollar effort, focusing on economic support, infrastructure, healthcare, and potentially even direct relief to households. That last point is especially noteworthy because it ties directly into the ongoing debates around Social Security, cost of living adjustments, and benefits that older Americans rely on. What's striking here is how the conversation around Social Security is being pulled into these larger legislative efforts. While reconciliation bills typically focus on spending priorities, lawmakers are increasingly aware of how central Social Security and related programs are to the lives of everyday Americans. Rising costs of living, inflation pressures, and uncertainty about the long-term stability of the trust fund have put retirement security front and center. The president has already made remarks suggesting that Social Security will not be overlooked in upcoming negotiations. Whether that means benefit increases, changes to taxation on benefits, or adjustments to cost of living formulas, we'll need to watch closely. One reason this moment feels especially important is that lawmakers have a limited window of opportunity. Reconciliation bills allow Congress to pass massive spending packages with a simple majority, bypassing some of the usual gridlock. But these bills can't cover everything, which is why there's so much speculation about what will be prioritized this time around. The first bill earlier this year covered major investments in infrastructure, jobs, and relief efforts. Now, Bill Number 2 could potentially expand on that foundation with new investments in families, healthcare, and retirement security. For people depending on Social Security, this is a critical moment. The program has been under pressure for years, with projections showing the trust fund could face shortfalls in less than a decade. Lawmakers know they can't ignore that reality forever. By including Social Security in a major reconciliation bill, they could take steps to strengthen the program, shore up funding, or provide additional support for low-income retirees and disabled Americans. Even small changes could have a major impact on the more than 70 million people who receive monthly benefits. But as with any big piece of legislation, there's still a lot of uncertainty. Lawmakers are only beginning to shape the framework of Bill Number 2. Negotiations will likely be intense, with different priorities competing for limited space in the final package. We've already seen hints that healthcare expansions, prescription drug reforms, and tax adjustments are on the table. At the same time, interest groups are pushing hard to ensure Social Security, Medicare, and other benefits don't get overlooked. What's clear is that the next few months will be pivotal. Between now and the early part of next year, Congress will be shaping policy that could affect the financial stability of millions of households. If you rely on Social Security or are planning to file in the near future, it's important to stay informed and pay attention to these developments. Small details hidden inside a massive bill can change how benefits are calculated, taxed, or distributed. For now, all eyes are on Washington. Bill number 2 is coming, and it could very well determine the direction of economic and social policy for years to come. The only question is how much of it will go towards strengthening the programs that everyday Americans depend on most.